My father came over to visit me this week and told me some not so great news. It involved my grandmother and her wanting the family to make preparations in the event of her passing. No one ever wants to have those types of discussions, and for good reasons. But a huge part of life is death. My grandmother is in the midst of making her own choices and has found peace with them. After hearing the news from my father, he explained how he felt about the whole ordeal and how he is working to process the passing of our family's matriarch. Hey you guys, how you doing today? My name is Tyree and welcome to another episode of Loc'd Talks. And today I want to share an idea and understanding with you. Today's topic is standing husband, keep your head up. Pops, the name I call my father, opened up about the relationship he and my grandmother had back in their younger days. Being one of the oldest of 5 siblings, he was responsible for helping my grandmother keep his brothers and sisters in line. The path of the protector was his role in the house. A great responsibility with a heavy burden, as he described it. The burden came if he failed at keeping his family safe and sound. He'd be blamed for whatever resulted from his failure. Eventually, he came to have hard feelings towards my grandmother. So as he spoke to me about how all these years played out for him, I listened carefully to not only what he was saying, but his body language when he said it. Especially, in fact, a side note, men express themselves honestly through body language. So fellas, if you're out there and you're listening, ladies, if you're out there listening, be mindful of yourself and the message that you are sending through your body language. With slumped shoulders, a rigid stance, a slightly elevated tone of voice, my dad leaned back against his Dodge Avenger's driver's side door. I picked up his effort to keep from getting weak at the knees. My father had begun to let go of his hard feelings and wasn't sure if it was okay to just yet. To have to open up and let God scrub away that dark corner of your heart, to let his voice in and hear him speak life into you. It's okay. I used to get so worried about speaking to people on any level because I was never sure if what I said was meaningful or supportive. This time, instead of focusing on what my limits were, I invited my father to join me and see what God has already done for him. Married for 20 plus years, 7 children, 15 plus grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren, blessed to have seen, taught, and raised his numerous nieces and nephews. My father was blessed with an honest, paying full-time job after being downsized. He was able to keep his home after the great market crash in 2008, and he's blessed to be standing upright and in his right mind. After counting all what God has done in his life, I said to my father, as a parent myself, Pops, I now understand what every parent is both proud of and fears the most, wondering if they raised their children the best way they could. The conflicting thoughts and signals I picked up from our conversation wasn't solely based on a strained mother and son relationship, but rather the journey of an uncharted understanding, choosing peace within yourself and then with your family. Look at what this whole family has gained because of what you have both endured, I said to him. Our family has made it. My grandmother has made it. She worked hard to support her children and watched them grow to become productive people and continue to walk with God, even if they didn't always seek him. She is ready to make her next journey, Pops. But before she does, look at how enriched your life is now and let her know, while she is still here, she raised her children and her grandchildren well. My reader, people will come and go in your life, but there will always be an exchange before departure. The people who come will bring you their experience and opportunity for you to grow, and the people who depart will leave with a broader understanding of what it is to be loved unconditionally. God orchestrated every encounter and every event you have and will face. because he has the greatest goal in mind, your significance. Your spouse can walk away all they want, but they will take a piece of you with them everywhere they go. And if neither you or they can see it, God will take the pieces and rebuild something great right in the middle of the mess. A new relationship, one founded in understanding and without terms or conditions. A relationship which will be revealed to you both, that no matter how you once felt about one another, you both are still his children, brought together in a union no man can break apart. Strained and broken relationships happen, but that doesn't mean God's greater purpose will not be fulfilled. You do not lack anything inside or out. The criticisms from others are not your burdens to carry, and you are free to step forward again with power and with faith. New days are coming, better days even sooner. But don't let another one go by without telling yourself how well you are doing for yourself and your family. Understand your feelings and make a choice to acknowledge them. Follow up with an action to overcome them, and finish it all with forgiving yourself and move forward. This is all part of the process. So there will be mistakes made. But if nothing I've said or written makes sense to you or your heart or mind today, if nothing else, keep your head up. That's it for today's episode, you guys. If you're digging what I'm saying, please feel free to like, share, subscribe to the podcast. It really helps the podcast to grow, to reach as many men or women or married couples or divorcing couples, those that are strained or having a hard time finding a union between the two. It's really something important that we should get out there and get the word out there as much and as often as possible. I want to thank you again for spending the time with me. I thank you for your listenership, and I'll check you guys out next time.